truly intended to take off a few days and not make any videos, but my spidey senses started tingling. Something has compelled me to this is probably what it is. Yeah, I was right. This was worth coming out of retirement that I had just started this morning. But I made the video last night. It took like 11 takes to get the video right. Hair loss mentor, I'm Tony Stark here, Peter Parker. I spent probably like an hour making that one video. I had to get it just right because that was me pouring out my heart. That was what that was. And Chance Cycle had this to say, quote, "Hey Nick, I'm struggling with the breakup that happened over the weekend. Thinking about quitting my job and moving states, which is something that I've wanted to do, but now not sure if I want to go alone. I don't really know where I'd go. At 24 years old, I feel like I'm falling behind. I have a college degree, fully paid off, but I invested most of myself into the relationship, as dumb as that is, and I'm bad at heartbreak. It takes me years to move on. Any advice on that, Tony Stark?" End quote. Thank you for this. Look, here again, this is me pouring out my heart. If it were up to me, this would not be a channel about hair loss. This would be a channel in which I get to mentor younger guys. That's where my heart is. That's what enables me to see past dollar signs and think, if that's what this channel is about, this would be what I would want it to be about. Instead, the free market has determined that unless I'm talking about hair loss, I really don't have much value. And this video in itself is going to be an experiment, because will the free market support this video even though it's not really about hair loss? No, in fact, nowhere in here did Chance mention anything about hair loss. Granted, we have to assume that he is at least, I don't know, concerned to some degree about his hair. Maybe he's simply going from Norwood 1 to Norwood 2. We don't know that. But because he's part of this group on this channel, we have to assume that that's part of the equation too. So, I am so happy you left this comment. Maybe this is my chance at being freed out of this genie's bottle in which I could actually mentor people instead of just talk about hair loss. Oh man, please let this be. Okay, yes, my first reaction, Chance, is to say yes, move. Go ahead and do it. You've already been planning on it. You're 24, that's a perfect age. In fact, I was 24 when I moved here to Tennessee. So I think everything's lining up. You have a college degree, which makes that's going to give you an advantage of getting a job. Now, as far as where you should move, you say you don't know. Move to the South. If you don't live in the South already, move to the South. If you already live in the South, move to a different part of the South and to a bigger city than you already live in. Now, that's kind of what happened to me back in 2005 when I was 24 and I moved here. I was moving from Virginia, where I went to school. Now, granted, as you know, I'm from Alabama, about 3 hours from Nashville. But that's what I did. I moved to Nashville just because I knew there'd be opportunity here. And it actually is one of the bigger growing areas of America right now. There's jobs down here, and the cost of living is relatively low for the money you can make. You know, sure, you can move out to Seattle and get paid some decent money, but then your cost of living's so high. So the cost of living is decent down here. There's lots of job opportunities down here. There's a lot of people down here. Like there's a lot going on here in Nashville. I'm not telling you to move to Nashville. I'm just saying whether it's somewhere in Texas, whether it's Nashville, whether it's Atlanta, the South, there's opportunity going on over here. Like, this is where things are happening, is the South. So I would say move down here. 24, perfect age. I was 24. I made things happen. It was funny because when I moved here, I gave myself a year and a half to make things work. I thought, you know what? I want to be able to meet somebody. I want to meet my wife within a year. And what's funny is I did. I was here I was here about a year, and then I met her here, and that's my wife. And now we've been married 9 years and have 2 kids, and I have a real job, and life is great. I just think, again, I don't know where you live, but ultimately, now sounds like a good time for you to move. Now, granted, you have a job now, and I don't want you to just quit your job without having somewhere to go. Obviously, I want you to research this and figure out, I don't know, maybe put in job applications throughout the South. I highly endorse the South. I don't endorse you moving to California. Don't move to California. I don't endorse it because the job opportunities aren't there like they are here in the South, and the cost of living is so high in California compared to here. This is a good place to be. But you've got the college degree. What you don't want to do, and I'm going to talk more about this week as I make more videos, but I've made one of the best and worst decisions I've made as far as moving. One of the best decisions I made was moving here to the South when I had found a job. One of the worst decisions I had made was moving from the South after I was already here. And I'll talk about that more later this week as I have some more videos that cover that. But obviously I don't want you moving until you've got a job lined up. I think that if you put your resume out there to 20 different places in the South, you're gonna find one that's gonna be a good fit for you. And you can start over. You've got the college degree, and it's paid off. See, that's another thing I'll be talking about in my videos later this week, as far as how that shaped me and molded me, because I didn't have a paid off education like you have, and it really forced me to mature in a way that I couldn't have. So that's so great. You're already doing better than I am, I think, at age 34. So good for you. You got a lot going for yourself. So I'm not downplaying what you're going through at all. Now, obviously, you're going through a very tough breakup, and nothing really makes that better, does it? But man, if you can focus your time and energy on this move and getting out of wherever you are, and you move to the South with a job already lined up before you quit your job. Can I stress it enough? Don't leave your job. Don't leave that security until you find a job in the South. And understandably, maybe it wouldn't pay as much, but if the cost of living can offset it, then that could be a good decision. So this is just a blessing to me that I received this today. Man. So yeah, I say do it. I say now's the time's right. You got the education. And even though you never mentioned hair loss, I don't know if you're going through that or not, but ultimately you sound like you've got a lot of other things to focus on instead. And you know, that's the thing, is our priorities change as we go in different stages in life. And man, you're going through a different stage in your life for sure. Now's a good time for a good start. So thank you for giving me a comment that wasn't about hair loss. Oh, I just want to be freed from this. I want to be freed, and I want to help people. I want to mentor younger guys. Thank you, Chance. Thank you so much for letting me respond to you in your question about my wisdom.